Shalom, today is January 16th and we're in day 465. This number sounds ridiculous, but that is reality here in Israel. 465 days in war. Hostages are still in Gaza, 98 of them. And the Yediot Achronot newspaper highlights the hostage release deal. אפשר להגיע לעסקת חטופים בתוך כמה ימים. It is possible to reach a iska. Iska is the deal of the hostages, within a few days. Down here we read Hakrav shel Lali. Lali is a mother who lost her son during the war, and today she's marching with more reservist soldiers towards Jerusalem, as today they're presenting in the government the law that will somewhat protect the ultra-Orthodox religious Jews from serving in the military. Also, Tamar, a 75-year-old woman with 4 children and 9 grandchildren, she died from her wounds yesterday after a Hezbollah attack to Nahariya, and she is the one that was most critically injured. And 2 months later, which was yesterday, she passed away. And the cartoon of the day, Netanyahu, Prime Minister of Israel, sitting on one side of the negotiation table with Hamas on the other one, and a ticking bomb, 1 week left, in the shape of Trump's head. Turning the page to the next article, Yamim shel Achra'ah, days of decision. And this is in the background, there are some conversations and negotiation in Qatar. Biden spoke to Netanyahu last evening, and he emphasized the need to come to a hafsakat esh. Hafsakat esh is a ceasefire, ve'shichru chatufim, and the release of the hostages. So a senior source, a political source in Israel, says we're not there yet, and the success of releasing the hostages is dependent on Hamas. Ben Gvir and Smotrich, both of them from the far right wing of Israel, the political parties in Israel, are going to oppose the upcoming agreement of the hostage release deal. I'm reading a little bit more information about the deal. This is what a senior political source says from Israel. He says it is a very murkav, it's a very complex deal. It's dependent on Hamas right now. I hope that we're coming close to a closing. We're not there yet. For now, we're not there yet. We're speaking about a list of 33 hostages. All of the 33 need to come back, dead or alive. This is the first part of the deal. The negotiation is on everyone. This is just the first stage, but we're hoping we need to bring back 98 hostages back home. On the left here, we read an opinion article about the war that is not bringing the hostages home. And more pressure on Hamas has not proven to bring more of the hostages home. Libi nadam kshalibcha nadam. My heart stopped when your heart stopped. This is yesterday in one of the funerals. This specifically is Yahav's mother yesterday when she buried her son. There she is wearing his beret of the Nachal Brigade. And here's Yahav. Together with him, 2 days ago, Alexander Padorenko was killed, and Eliav Astyukar was killed as well, and Danila Diakov. And yesterday the funerals took place, and it was heartbreaking ceremonies, heartbreaking speeches where you hear the parents and the friends and the commanders speak about these great soldiers that lost their lives during fighting in Gaza. And here in bold, it reads 400 noflim. Noflim are fallen. 400 fallen soldiers from the beginning of the ground maneuver in the Gaza Strip. Hitnachlut b'masul hamahir. Settlements in the fast road. K10,000 batim, about 10,000 homes were approved to be built across the Green Line in Judea Samaria within the past year. Smotrich, who is the Minister of Finances, and he's also a minister within the Defense Office, He's promoting an expansion of construction in Judea and Samaria without the need of an approval from the government and without the need of cooperating with the United States. The office under him is agreeing and approving hundreds up to thousands places or homes every week. People within the settlements say the situation today where we need to be waiting months To build in places that are already approved for us is absurd. They're very pleased with this revolution and this big drama that Smotrich is creating and allowing a faster pace of building in Judea and Samaria. Of course, the left wing, the far left, is very unhappy about this. Next, Tza'ada mitoch ze'aka. Tza'ada is march, mitoch is from within, ze'aka is yell or cry. This is Lali, a mother of Saadia, who was killed during the war, and she's marching from the cry of her heart. She says it's not political. She's just very much against the fact that ultra-Orthodox Jews will not be mandatory for them to serve in the IDF. And as we see by her dress code, she herself is religious, yet she strongly believes that all Jewish people in Israel need to be serving in the IDF once they're 18. My political interests, I buried on the 7th of October, and even I buried them deeper the day I buried my son. This is an authentic cry that's coming from the depths of my heart. And tomorrow, Sara Bitachon, the Minister of Defense, is going to present in a committee the outlines of the new laws that they're going to promote, where ultra-Orthodox, not all of them will have to serve in the military. And Lali Deri, she is very much against that, and that's why she's marching together with many more soldiers and reservists, probably also from the brigade where Saadia, her son, was killed. And here's a picture of Tamar Edri, which we mentioned in the beginning of the report. She passed away yesterday after she was hit 2 months ago in Nahariya at her home from a barrage that was shot and launched from Hezbollah into Israel. She's 75 years old. She fought for her life for 2 months. She left 9 grandchildren. Her son-in-law says she was a caring woman that took care of everybody. מסוג האנשים שכיף להיות בחברתם. She was those types of people that was fun to be with. And Tamar Edri was hit a day before the ceasefire took place in Israel. And something good to end with, המסע לזכרם של טל ואילי. The journey for the remembrance of Tal and Eli. Tal and Eli were killed during the war since October 7th. They were both fighters. And their high school, the students in the high school that they went to, decided to have a 6-day journey in the Negev desert, as we see in the pictures, for their remembrance. Tal wrote a diary while he was in Gaza that exposed, or where he shared what made him a fighter. And one of the main parts that made him a fighter was his years in high school. He was exposed to a testimony of a Holocaust survivor that was a fighter in the War of Independence in Israel, 1948. And Tal saw the number from the Holocaust that he had in his arm, and it just really prompted him to be a fighter himself, to defend Israel. Eli as well was a fighter that came from that high school, and this deeply impacted the students, the students in this specific high school, and they were glad to dedicate 6 days of a journey in the Negev desert, as we see, for the remembrance of Tal and Eli. At the end of it, they leave with a deep sense of belonging and commitment to society and to Israel. This is it for today. Thank you for supporting All Israel News and for praying for Israel. For more news that matters, go to allisrael.com and follow us on our social media. If this video, you liked it, so please like it and share it with your friends and family. This is Rotem again for All Israel News.